Hi, anyone and everyone. This is Kim, the Humble Hermit from Come As You Are Oracle. I am going to do the Tarot Collective for today. Today is Monday. It is April 13th, 2026. You may follow me on the Talk the Tube, my blog or not. Totally up to you. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If it doesn't fit, do make it fit. If some of it fits, God's kiss. We love that for you. Whatever doesn't, leave it on the table for someone else. We don't want you taking on energy that wasn't meant for you. We're going to use the Everyday Apocalypse Tarot by Hattie Thorne. You can find this at hattiethorne.com. You can also find it in our Etsy shop. Just letting you guys know, I talked about it this morning on affirmations, but in case you don't watch affirmations, if you go to my link tree, which is always in the description box, I put in my link tree the link for hattiethorne.com and the link for Intuitive Intention for Rob Barthelman's decks. They're my two favorite card creators, so I threw them in there. If you're interested, all you have to do is go to my link tree and scroll down. So the links to go to their website to buy cards are there. And I don't know why, but I was doing the date, April 13th, 2026, and I was thinking, because I just did the Crow Collective, it's uploading right now. I was just thinking, like, did I say April or did I say March? I don't know. I really don't know. I really don't know. We got one on the table. It's a major. I don't even think we've ever had this one before. Y'all, I'm just shuffling. Two cards fell out. Two majors. The Empress and then the Emperor. They both fell out. I don't usually do this, but we don't usually get the cards like that. We don't usually get the cards like that. I almost want to just call it quits and say, hey, that was a good read. This never happens. Isn't it fabulous? I think we're done now. We got three on the table. God's like, you're not getting off so easy, lady. You're not. No. Three on the table. Two major. The Empress and the Emperor. I like how the Empress looks like she's thriving and the Emperor looks like he's dying in a cubicle somewhere. It's not good. It's not good, man. Let's do two more shuffles. We got four on the table, two major, no reversal. Last shuffle. Why do I feel like one of these is letting the other go? I'll show you why. I will show you why. Bottom, we got five on the table, three major, no reversal. Bottom of the deck is Three of Cups. The Fool. The Queen of Pentacles. Two of Wands. King of Wands. Top of the deck is Ace of Cups. The Lovers. The Queen of Wands. The Six of Wands. Alright. Let me show you what we got. So you already know we got the Empress. We got the Emperor. We have a Queen of Swords. We got an Eight of Cups. And bottom of the deck, we got the Sun. feminine, masculine, take how it resonates. It doesn't matter. Technically, you could have two empresses, two emperors. It doesn't matter. It's just energy. The thing is somebody, and again, it doesn't matter. It's somebody's walking away from a situation, letting another person go. It's not, they're realizing it's not meant for them. Like it's not in the cards for it's not in the cards for them. The thing is this is only going to be a good thing for probably both parties if it's a relationship, okay? If this is letting go like a career and starting something new or buying a new house or something like that, with the Sun card, it just means that this is okay. Like this is meant to be. This is going to work out. And that's not to say if this is a relationship and one person is walking away from another, that's not to say that that other person isn't going to be upset. I'm assuming both people are probably somewhat upset, but at the end of the day, both of these energies are going to end up in the Sun energy. Meaning it's going to lead to transformation, it's going to lead to enlightenment, and it's really just going to put two people where they're supposed to be, because no offense to the Empress and the Emperor, maybe they weren't meant to be together. Think of it like this: there could be 5 billion emperors out there and 5 billion empresses. I could end up with an emperor, but is that my emperor? Do we ever think about that? Like, yeah, I ended up with a great guy, but is he my guy? This could also too be, if it's not an actual relationship, it could be somebody letting go of the idea of a relationship with someone. Like if somebody held had a flame for somebody, like a crush on somebody, and then like 2 weeks, 2 years later, they realize, oh, I guess this isn't happening. They're gonna let it go. They're gonna move on. I'm also going to say this too, just because it's there. And again, everyone's situation is going to be different. I mean, if I look at these 5 cards, I could probably liken this to like 3 or 4 relationships that I've had in the past. You know, I could probably liken it to 1 or 2 that I'll have in the future. You know what I mean? The thing is 2 people could move away from each other, seeking transformation, change, enlightenment, growth, okay, healing. With the Sun card, that's not to say that 2 people still can't come back together at some point. Again, I don't think that's the energy for everybody, but I'm saying it's there. Because sometimes things just aren't meant to be in that moment. I'll just give you an example. Like, let's say I go out with a few girlfriends and we go to a restaurant for dinner. And a couple guys at the bar are checking all of us out. And they all come over to introduce themselves. We all say hi. I strike up a conversation with one. Hey, let me get your number. We exchange numbers. We end up going out on a date a week later. Great. We end up going out on another date. Great. Everything seems great. Everything's moving along. But then life happens. Someone loses a relative and has a funeral. Someone has to do overtime at work. Someone's kid from their first marriage is sick and has to go to the hospital for surgery. And 2 people say, you know what? Like, it's just not the time. Like, I'm sorry, like I have all this guy going on. I'm taking care of my parent. My pet is sick. Like two people are realizing like maybe this just wasn't meant to be, right? Here's the thing. Two people go their separate ways. Fine. It's fine. They let it go. They we'll figure it out. We'll move along. I'll start dating somebody else. You'll start dating somebody else. 3 years down the road, they run into each other. They're both single. There are no more obstacles. Now they go on a couple dates. They realize they missed out 3 years ago because of circumstances, but they realize they don't want to miss out anymore. And this is it. They really like each other. They want to see where this goes. Sometimes that happens. Not every past relationship, and we've talked about this before. We always want to say like, "Oh, don't go back to that past person. Oh, don't go back to that." But when you really sit and think about thermostats, maybe something about somebody's thermostat. When you go back and sit and think about circumstances in different relationships that you've had in the past with different people, I'm sure you're going to find some of them were like utter failures. I'm sure you're going to find some of them were just absolutely horrible. But you have to have 1, 2, 3, 4, something in the past where like you met somebody and you really liked each other, but it just didn't take off. Or you were supposed to meet and go to dinner, but then something happened and one of them called and you didn't go, and then you never talked to each other again. Like, there's a difference between abuse, right? Abuse in a relationship. There's a difference between like lying and cheating, not wanting to make a commitment, those kind of things, as opposed to it just doesn't work out. It never takes off. The circumstances weren't right. It's not that this person has it in for you or you have it in for them or you're cheating on them and they're lying to you. No, none of that applies. It's just the circumstances weren't right. It didn't work out. You didn't go out on the date. Whatever the case, you both went your separate ways. There is nothing to say that that connection from the past couldn't take off in the future. People really need to, again, reevaluate the circumstances behind every connection, because not every connection is going to be like, oh, that past person, I don't want to have anything to do with them. Sometimes you look at a past person and you're like, oh, well, like they were nice, but, I stopped hearing from them, they didn't call. And then you run into them 3 years later and you find out their parent passed away. I mean, I don't know that I'm going to call you if my parent passed away. I'm going to have a lot more stuff on my mind. And by the time I'm done with all that stuff on my mind, I might have forgotten that I was supposed to call somebody in the first place, especially at my age. I'm just joking. I mean, I'm not, but I am. So when you think about past relationships, really, really think about what took place. Because obviously there are some connections you do not want to revisit, but there are some that if you were to revisit them, how do you not know that they wouldn't be the best relationship you've ever had? Your person, your soulmate. I'm going to leave it there. Don't forget to check your thermostat. I'm just saying. I don't know why I wanted to say circumstance, but I heard thermostat, and they're not really the same words. I hope this resonates for somebody. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope if anything you were entertained. I hope you all have a fabulous evening, and I will talk to you later. Bye.